Hey guys, Bondo here. Today what we're doing here is starting to build a retaining wall. So I'm going to try to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to do this. I've done quite a few of these walls like this through the years. I got one at my own house and I did one for my neighbor. Pretty big walls. And I find this is pretty much the cheapest blocks you can get for doing these walls. I mean, some of these blocks are real expensive, but this particular block that we use to build this is called a rockwood block. We get them out of Watertown, New York. Taylor Concrete is the company that we buy these things from. And it's actually a retaining wall block that you have to put stone inside the block. So there's some more expensive blocks that you don't need to do that. But usually cost is a factor with these. And these things work pretty good. They do take a little bit longer to build out of them, but they come in 1 square foot, so it's kind of nice because they're 8 inches tall and they're 18 inches long, so each block is a square foot. So here we are, me and my son Jason, and the homeowner's actually helping us out here. His name's Tom. He's actually one of my neighbors. He lives right down the street, so we're trying to help him out here. Me and Jason digging out the footer here. I'm on the excavator. My son Jason's there digging, and the homeowner Tom's in there too digging. So Tom had dug this thing out. Him and his boys had dug this out by hand, and it wasn't quite where we wanted it. So I brought the mini excavator over. We cleaned it out for him, and I kind of had to bridge the gap here where the other footer was. I kind of had to bridge my way over it, but we got it. And then I repositioned myself here. I was able to bail the dirt right out of there. It was pretty sandy soil there. So after we had this dug all out, we put about a foot of what we call 3/4 minus crushed limestone. It packs real good. It's 3/4 inches and less, and it's got the stone dust in it. Guys, we're putting a retaining wall in. So the center stone footer is about a foot thick. We put this base course down. Got them straight. We strung line that. Now we're going to backfill these with stone on both sides in the center of the block. That's what we're going to do here. Here, take this, Jay. Let's get a shovel. So I don't show it in the video, guys, but there is a perforated pipe in the bottom of that stone footer. Not right underneath the wall, but right along the side of the wall there. There's a white perforated drain tile, like a sewer and drain tile. So any water that gets in there is going to migrate out the end of that pipe to daylight. Guys, that's what we did. I'll just rake that off along. Cutting that out. This first course gets pretty much buried on a retaining wall. This is your lock-in course, so you want your first course below grade. And like I said, this footer, we set it in here with a laser and we screeded it off and everything, tamped it real good. It's a foot thick. It's about 3 feet wide. It doesn't need to be that wide, but that's what we ended up with. And we got to turn the corner here and head all the way to there. And this is going to get a concrete cap on top of it, this retaining wall. This area inside of here is going to have concrete in it, stampcrete. So we got to build this grade up because it drops off out there. So that's what we're doing right here. So the most important part of building these walls, guys, is getting that first course real level. So we spent a lot of time leveling out that stone and tamping it on that footer to make sure it was real level. We actually took a screed and kind of screeded it off to make sure that that first bed course is real level, and you can beat it down in with a dead blow hammer to get it real level. Also, there is a special course that you're supposed to use for the bed course, guys. You can use the regular blocks as your bed course, but you have to cut the ears off of them. So we actually had some of these blocks left over from another job, and we actually took and cut those ears off of there. So that's just something to know. If you don't want to cut the ears off, you can buy a bed course that has no ears on it. It's just flat on both sides. It's the same exact block. It looks the same. Or you can just use the regular block and cut the ear off. So that's what we did. Like I said, we had some. And these blocks, you can form radiuses with these blocks. This particular project, we didn't have to do that. We just, needed a corner, so we actually mitered the corners. And you miter them and glue them. That's how you create your corners. And we wanted to keep it on bond, so the second course up, we used a half block and mitered it. And glued it up there too. So that's how we did it. And each course, when you set the next course, it sets back an inch from the first course, so that gives you your strength. And those locking ears will lock right in there. And we didn't need to do it, but if we were going up high with this wall, you would use a product called geogrid, and you can look that up online. It's just a mesh fabric that you lay in between the wall, and actually ties back into the soil. And as high as your wall is, you should tie that geogrid back into the soil that far. And you do like every other course, but that's something you'd want to have engineered. This wall is just a short little wall just to support a small concrete pad, a little stampcrete pad that the guy, my neighbor there, wanted on top of here. And he ripped out some concrete that had a thickened edge. I didn't really like how that was done, so I wanted to do it this way. We used an absolute ton of stone to build this too. He got a lot of crushed limestone, like I said, 3/4 minus, and he got some crushed rock that was 1.5 minus. So we didn't put any gravel or anything in here. We just put solid stone. That's what the customer had bought, so that worked out real good. We put the finer stone inside the cell of the block, and we put the bigger stone behind the wall. So this thing's never going to hold any water. It's going to drain really well. So, and then with the pipe in the bottom of the footer, there's going to be absolutely no reason this wall would ever move, or that concrete would move. The pad that was here before actually failed. It like heaved in the middle, and it had a thickened edge, and I don't believe it drained well. And it didn't have really that good of soil underneath it. It had a high clay content to it.
So this locking ear right here, locks in here. That's how these hold together. And this here is on the outside part, locked into here. That's how they work. These locking ears go right. They rest against that face in there. That's what holds them in, and then the stone goes in there, which locks them all together. That's how they actually work. This particular brand. Okay. There's some with pins and stuff. These don't have no pins. You gotta keep this area and move it out. That's where that locks. Make sure you don't have anything on here, so there's nothing sticking up.
It won't sit right.
Hold it out, Set it like that. Let that feel that lock in there. Run a string line. shot. What we're looking for. They did. I cut the wrong side, but I don't think it matters. I don't even walk in once they are yet.
Tried to help you out, but I put him the wrong way.
Yep.
I'm about useless.
No, you're a good cameraman.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Scotty can't even run camera. He shakes it all over the place. Of course, I never told him. I told Scotty a lot.
He was videoing yesterday, right?
Yeah, I showed him how to do it. I thought he knew, but he can't shake the camera all over the place. I had to throw out most of the footage he did on one of the job.
Yeah, it was
Couldn't
Jeremy's
even see it.
basement.
He had the camera just shaking all over the place. Couldn't even use the footage. And it was like a lot of footage.
It was when we poured the floor.
Yeah, that and yeah, it was that day when we did the walls.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was when we had the walls. We were filling that wall, that garage wall.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get hardly anything I could use. It was like he was just taking the camera and just all over the place with it.
Gotta be gentle with them.
Yeah. Gentle. Nice thing about these blocks is they're really light. They don't weigh hardly anything. They're like 50 some pounds a piece.
I know, that's nothing.
They're stout little guys. Put 60 of them on a pallet and you can't even move the pallet. Carl can't even budge.
Really?
Yeah, Carl can't budge it. Had to break the pallet down.
Yesterday, moving the rebar, he was feeling it.
Yeah. Carl moved that rebar, he don't care.
No.
Of course it was lighter
Yeah.
when I moved it.
Well, when I was getting it off the tractor, I had to go underneath one end of it and drag it off the trailer about halfway, and then I just put the forks right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Carl usually doesn't mind.
He did pretty good. We were on there was like a little ditch I had to be in.
He's a worker, Carl.
He's a good boy.
Oh, he's a worker. He doesn't complain either.
No.
Change his oil once in a while, grease him,
Give him a little lube.
give him some loving, you know.
Yeah.
Needs a little loving.
A little bit of diesel.
Yeah, a little diesel fuel. You gotta kick these blocks and play. Give them a little macaroni once in a while. This one's got to be cut. Oh yeah, you guys didn't want to left that one, huh?
Oh.
You little bastards. You gotta cut that.
I didn't even see that there.
You little dog. That's 16.
Alright.
Yeah, we gotta cut that. I'm gonna cut this.
Got that all on video too.
Hurting.
Is it the ears on the
The
bottom?
back ear. Yeah. Cut that back here off there.
Gorgeous.
Huh?
Gorgeous.
There.
Oh yeah.
Atta girl. Atta girl right there. Mm-hmm.
Needs a little love into place, that's all. Oh yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll get a string line set up. You can only go so far. Get as close as you can. This one move back on. Getting too close to each other. You want them close. Following this lead line right here. And get it as close as you can. There it is. On this one. We do the same thing over there, then we'll backfill. Woo! sprinkle it over there, yeah. We're not doing any more around that pipe. No, because the grade drops down to the pool. He's gonna put that box, put it that glass over there. And, a little farther, right there. We'll tamp everything now.
That's how it's done.
Yep. That's the way we do it. The way we do it.
So guys, every row of these blocks that you put in, you want to tamp it down good. So that's what we're doing here. My son Jason's just tamping down the rocks that we put in. And you want to tamp right up alongside the wall. I actually took a 4x4 and packed down in the holes of the cells of the blocks too, which actually packed it down really well. So this whole area is full of stone. It's definitely not going to heave. Here's the second course here. I didn't video the third course, but we put one more course on here. I'll show you at the end a little video of what it looks like before we're going to pour concrete. If you guys like this kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button. We do a lot of this kind of stuff, you know, retaining walls and stampcrete. We do Nudura foundations and stuff. And if it's your first time here, my name's Ron Bond. I got a company called Bondo Built Construction. And like I said, we do a lot of this kind of stuff. I got over 100 videos. You know, if you like this kind of stuff, again, hit the subscribe button. Throw me a comment, guys. Something you like, something you didn't like. That's always good. And thanks for watching my video. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks again. Alright guys, here's the wall. It's only 3 courses. We're going to pour concrete on top of this. That's what it looks like. We're going to do stampcrete on top of this thing. It's going to have a pitch to it. There's a lot of rock in there, so it should drain really well. We're only doing concrete right to here, or right to this edge right here, straight over to there, this section here. So you build a retaining wall. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video, guys.